everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
It's Tarot Part 2, and I got a drink to open. Hopefully the mic picked that up, even if
Rip it and rip it.
There's that an edit from the McElroy brothers where it's just Justin reacting to Justin always opening drinks on their podcast. And I love that edit because how relatable is that? I will do the same, but mine's a water bottle, so it's not going to pick up anything.
Yeah, I just did it because I was like, wait, this makes a noise. And I don't have anything else to open this with, other than it's Tarot Part 2. Yep. My name is Morg.
Hi, Morg.
I use they, them pronouns.
I hadn't even clicked that.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Any of the pronouns. I have a half gallon of Gatorade, and I'm about halfway through it, because I did yard work.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually say the drink. It's a blackberry tangerine flavored sparkling water.
And I'm Quatre, they, he, she, and I'm drinking regular ass tap water, a modest amount, because I go to sleep directly after recording this, and I don't want to have to get up in the middle of the night because I had too much to drink before I went to sleep.
Don't get dysentery.
Oh no!
You know what? I've realized that
what kind of tap water do you think they have?
Yeah, because
No, go ahead.
Oh, because you said the water and it was ass water, so.
Tap water.
Not the ass water.
Not the ass water. I've spent a lot of time today making jokes about pissing myself and shitting myself, so that's gonna be great for the podcast.
Great start.
You're welcome, listeners.
We have an energy today.
Pissing and shitting and... So... I'll just say, like, the ones we've got up to, Justice, kind of. We're still, like, a little bit in the air about who Justice would be. But we have the Fool taken care of. That was new. We skipped the Magician, because we thought maybe Emery would have a good character for that. Although this is the second episode without Emery.
Yeah.
So maybe we could...
We'll just have to do a third one. Oh no, disaster. Oh, that's gonna be so rough on us.
They seemed unsure anyway. That's the only reason I also said that. High Priestess was, I think, it says Morg D&D character. That was probably JoJo. I don't know for sure though.
Oh, thank you to Symbolic for actually making this list.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Symbolic Godzilla, for listening and writing the list back up, because we say things and then forget about them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how podcasting goes. The Empress is for Gal. Emperor is Cursor, my spider lady from Eidolon. Did I actually say that more D&D character for High Priestess? Their name is JoJo Malone. She's an orc who is a life cleric who worships an insect for a god. That was in another campaign.
Still P character.
If it wasn't JoJo, it should be JoJo. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a cleric fits pretty well for High Priestess anyway. Hierophant, we did Ricotta, ? A lot of my characters, damn. Oh, I guess Newton Galler is these. Never mind. Lovers, we were like Skylar, the dragon boy, or Vortex, Professor Vortex.
Who has, 100 girlfriends?
Who has 100 girlfriends in the future. We haven't even gotten...
I don't believe this.
This is... It's hard, because it's like, it's Emery's character, and that's what she said. So we have to go with it.
I know.
Because that's how fellowship works.
I know, but...
But I also don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it because also, Vortex... Emery refuses to allow Vortex to grow as a person.
I love this bit of the conversation because we're talking about a fictional character having many lovers, and we're like, no, don't buy it. Don't believe it. Not this fictional one.
If you met Vortex, you would also agree.
I get it. I just really feel like we should emphasize this situation. We're saying this fictional character. No way. No risk.
Now, Morg, are we both? Because I think the implication here that I'm going with is that it's 100 girlfriends at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. It's 100 girlfriends at the same time, and they all know about each other. Like, it's, a harem of girlfriends, I guess. Like, It could be polyamory, but I have no idea how the girlfriends feel about each other. So it might just be everyone loves Vortex type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Anyway, but it also works for lovers because it's like, it's a card that has a lot to do with like making choices and stuff, and she just keeps making bad choices.
Mm-hmm. True. I love Vortex. To be clear.
I do too, but I'm also like, why is she like this? Why is this happening? Anyway, moving on to Chariot was my characters again, Quatre and Patrista is what I had called them. It's Patricia in the document because I don't exactly like the name of Patrista anymore. That had come from like a long time ago, but it's more or less Kaida's like venom. Speaking of venom, Trouble is strength. Hermit is either bamboo or snake, so bamboo from Grey Pollen or snake from Eidolon. Urbex. Wheel of Fortune is Excalibur.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Excalibur with a P. I feel like I didn't pronounce the P very
well. you gotta have Excalibur. I couldn't get my R in. That's sad.
I just added some R's to the end.
Great.
Beautiful, thank you. Finally, someone understands my vision.
I feel like we have to maybe stick with the four of our characters. So Justice would be Gilly, I guess, because we were thinking Gilly or Lance.
Yeah. I don't know. It had to have come from me, but I don't know why I would say that.
I don't know either.
Maybe because that was the only alternative I could think of.
I think we were just a little bit like, who feels Justice this strongly to be the card?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's appropriate for Gilly. He's just like fair play, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're just like fair play. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Gilly.
That leads us to the Hanged Man, right?
Yes. The Hanged Man is in Eidolon words, it would be a negative card. It would be you must make an impossible choice, so it's another choice card. It's a lot of like dilemmas, contradictions, a lot of like associated a lot of like indecisiveness. The Hanged Man is kind of what it sounds like, a dude hanging, not like hanging from a noose, but like from his foot.
He's just hanging out.
Hanging upside down from his foot, all the blood rushing to his head.
This is what I will imagine whenever someone this is a Dutch thing. So Dutch teens who hang around are considered a nuisance because they're teens and in someone else's presence are called hanging teens. So I'm like, hanged man.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm now imagining all the teens in my neighborhood just doing this.
Do you have a good indecisive teenager character that we could put as Hanged Man? Because that would be really funny, actually.
I was actually considering Ace.
Oh, your Pokemon character.
My Pokemon character, because I specifically made Ace because he constantly gets lost, and he doesn't get himself out of these situations. His Pokemon do. Just sits around and waits. But he is adventurous, and that makes this one less.
Mm-hmm.
You could be an adventurous Hanged Man. It's very, sometimes you have to put stuff on hold, take the next step. What you do here won't get you there, so maybe a lot of, go ahead.
Oh, the cheat sheet I'm looking at makes it sound like it's about sacrifice and martyrdom type stuff.
Yeah, it can be. It gets a little bit, I mean, that's why, it's about, the whole, putting stuff on hold. That's, a more, day-to-day martyrdom, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of, it's associated a lot with, abrupt, halts and projects, and, yeah, sacrifice, impossible choice of some sort, that's why I think they picked that. The Eidolon moves, are not perfect, connections with what the cards actually mean, but I think this is one's, interesting, because it's, you have to make a choice between something continuing and sucking, or something being, to an abrupt halt, or, so it's not, indecisive exactly, it's more the choices suck. It's more the pauses, or they can suck. You can welcome them with, open arms and stuff, but, the Hanged Man is often, if you, see it in, your reading, it tends to be oh man. Damn. If it's upright. But it can also be oh, I can just pause for a moment, see a different perspective. Whereas reverse, it's a lot more serious. It can be that's probably more where I would use martyrdom. Just because the reverse cards tend to be more extreme versions of the upright. It's very vague. It sounds like a lot of people don't always use the reverse cards because it's kind of vague. But they're all vague, it's just kind of how tarot is. But
did you have someone, Izzy, for the sacrifice kind of meaning?
No.
I do like the idea, even just stylistically, of Ace being the Hanged Man, because he could hang upside down on one of his Pokemon or something. I don't know if you have any big Pokemon. I don't remember Ace's Pokemon.
I definitely remember Ace's Pokemon. That's why I'm currently opening my toy house. I have no, they're all Sneasel. Sneasel could hold me upside down. Could hold Ace upside down.
Sneasel's pretty short, so it would have to be the idea of Sneasel climbing up a tree, like a snowy tree or something.
Yeah.
And just dangling.
It's all tiny Pokemon, to be honest. I've got Snorunt, Sneasel, Swinub, Riolu, Frosmoth, and Absol. Frosmoth could go up, I guess.
Yeah.
I will say if Sneasler, if they evolve to Sneasler, then absolutely could hold.
Oh, for sure. I think it's the other Sneasel.
Yeah, that's why he's not allowed to evolve, because that would really unbalance the whole power structure in the team. Because none of the other ones can do that.
You're in luck because the ice type one that yours would be is Weavile, and they're the same height.
Oh, let's go! Are you also hearing the bit in your head, out comes a full-grown woman mocking me from Pokemon Arceus, or am I the only one who instantly thinks of that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I haven't played it.
No, it's not the actual game. It's someone who is just ranting about running into Sneasler and being like, "That's a human woman.
Yeah.
That's a cheerleader. That's an entrepreneur, and she hates my guts."
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I'll show it to you later.
It's a good
Wonderful.
awesome, yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, we got our hanged man.
Okay.
He's
My hanging young man.
in my
Yes.
deck that has different like genders and stuff. The one it's called the Hanged One instead, so you might see that also. Yeah, so Death, we were talking about maybe Dorothy or Dory. She is called Dory now, so that's my bad.
It's all good.
An Eidolon, it's something ends and something else begins. Death is like not it. Death is like the card you're like, oh my god, and then you find out like it's actually not a bad at all. It's kind of neat actually. Like any of these cards, depending on like their placement and if they're upside down or not, like they can mean good and bad things. But that's one of those like, oh my god. Because it's like a skeleton a lot of times. The deck I'm using right now, because it's the first one I found, it actually has a dead horse on it. A dead skulled horse. Not because a lot of times they have like death like riding a horse.
The card I'm looking at is Death riding a horse.
Yeah, like Pinky.
I have.
Although I guess Pinky is alive though.
I'm not sure.
Discworld, Death Source.
Oh, gotcha.
I was thinking Pinky and the Brain, so I was nowhere near.
That's Pinky. So yeah, my cards that I'm using are from Veronica Giancarni, I believe is how you say her name. They're Vesper Terra. They're just like little sketchy guys. I have like 4 decks now, because the one I have the one I use for Eidolon. I have my Dragon Tarot deck, which was my first one actually. I have the one I got from TCAF a couple of years ago, and then I have this sketchy one. Anyway, I think that Death, yeah, I think it makes sense to just make it Dory, because, like, her situation kind of changed around a lot when, her Eidolon, kind of, not, it went from like a still awake but kind of sleeping state to like a fully awakened form. And I also I don't know if this would be weird looking, but if it was a Dory like riding rebel even though it's bipedal.
Oh no, that's no.
Like kind of like on their shoulders or something maybe.
Maybe. I do not know how this works.
I don't know either. She could also just be in a fucking car, because a lot of times, like, her previous card was the Chariot, actually. Yes. And a lot of times in more modern decks, instead of a Chariot, the character is in, like, some kind of car, or I have a deck where they're on a motorcycle, so it could literally just be her in, like, her cool car. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Death is the most feared and misunderstood of all the cards in the deck, which a lot of pause and reflection, end of a major phase, something else is starting.
Yeah.
Lots of change and transformation. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely put thought into changing the resonant card.
Yeah. Guess we can move on to Temperance then.
Temperance.
Tough. I have a hard time with Temperance because it always feels like the centrist card to me. Like, maybe that's not fair. Maybe there's a lot of Temperance heads in the audience. Because, like, it means balance, and like we're like, wait, we already have like balanced stuff with like justice and stuff like that, but it's like more about like patience and moderation and like stabilizing, and that's why it's used as kind of like an equal and opposite reaction in Eidolon is what the thing is. It's balance. It's not justice. You know. It's not quite like fairness in that way. It's like, yeah. So,
like I think average when you say that.
Yeah.
Which means not a very funny little guy.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not a witchy witch.
The card, like, it calls on you to, like, remain calm, even when life is stressful, so that could be a nice thing. Like, a character with, like, an even temperament is good for, like, temperance, or, like, the middle path. There's a lot of... hence my centrist joke.
I might actually have a character for it.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have a mouse guard character. Let me double check that I have not used her yet. I have not. In the mouse guard campaign I did when Dan was the DM for this one, I played Milla, who is, because it's mouse guard, a cop.
Oh no!
But also,
oh no!
I think a lot of people are cops.
Also, I didn't want to roleplay a cop. This is a problem that a lot of people have when they play mouse guard. You want to play the cute mouse. You don't want to be a cop. So you gotta find some very good middle ground.
That's the problem with being mouse guard.
Yeah. You know? This is a thing we do not speak about enough. But I think it makes Milla perfect for the temperance. Because Milla was a very mild-mannered mouse who didn't do a lot of extremes and did a lot of thinking about her actions so that she would not do an unfortunate one.
Yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't want to do a cop action, you know.
It's funny because like the word temperance, which is separate from the card itself, kind of. But, like, it means abstinence, or, like, moderation in alcohol, like, so, like, they're kind of related, right? Because, you know, alcohol is associated with, like, if you drink too much, you do more, like, extreme acts, you know, obviously there's different stuff there, but it's a lot of, like, self-restraint stuff, so.
Yeah, and you shouldn't do tempering when you're drunk, because, you know, that's with hot metals and stuff, so. Temperance.
Oh, true? That's so true. But I was also thinking, like, would Milla, like, if you got her, like, drinking, could she get a little rowdy? Because that could be funny for, like, the upside down temperance.
We have not tested. Milla has never been drunk in her life that I know of. But that campaign ended, so.
Then she's perfect for
it. There's only one way to find out.
That's so true. Alright. The devil?
The devil?
Mm-hmm. The devil.
Cruella the devil?
The devil's one of those, like, scary cards. But not really, because in Eidolon, I love seeing the devil. It's probably my favorite, negative polarity card. Mm-hmm. Because in Eidolon, you get what you want at a price you can't afford. So, because the devil is associated with, like, temptation and id, and all this, like, you know, trying to, a lot of times it's like, the devil's in the center of the card. It tends to be some kind of, like, horned one, like a goat, goat guy. And then sometimes it has, like, little, like, humans locked up underneath it, which is wild. I'm like, wow, that's kind of kinky. I don't know.
Yeah, I see them right there.
Oh, they might be demons, actually.
They've got horns.
I'm looking at, like, Yeah, I realized. I was like, oh shit, they have horns. I don't know
Yeah.
what they are. They're human-ish looking guys.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a suggestion, and you're making it a little bit stronger.
Oh, okay.
But please continue.
Yeah, they're naked and chained to the podium. They tend to be. They look like they're held there against their will, but they might actually not be because the chains are like loose. It's one of those like
They look very blasé about being chained to the podium.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
associated with like hedonism, your shadow self. If you want to get all like, you know, tarot's a little bit associated with like spirituality, like modern like pagan. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but like the new movement. That's what it's called. It's on the tip of my tongue.
The thingy.
The thingy. Thank you. So it's funny to talk about like your shadow self and stuff like that, but it can be like it can appear a lot when you've been tricked into thinking you don't have control over your negative shit, your temptation. All the stuff the devil is associated with is kind of what the card is.
It's the devil. You know him. You love him.
Yeah, it's me, the devil, from the Bible. The little cheat sheet I have here also, like, it uses, like, one-word things. So it says addiction, materialism, playfulness.
Yeah, I like playfulness, because, like, I know, like, addiction and materialism was kind of, but playfulness is interesting. I like that.
Yeah, so this is one I think we have many, many options.
Oh, yeah.
But, I will toss Jolene in there.
Okay.
For consideration.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Jolene does like her drinks and her being a little bit blasé, like the people locked up.
Yeah, she's materialistic. She's playful.
Yeah, I feel like
she is a mercenary.
Yeah, true. I think it's the only like the first character that sprang to mind for me was a character we used for something else. So I feel like I was like Cursor is kind of devil-y a little bit, but she's already the Emperor.
What about you, Quatre?
I think I did the last two, so it shouldn't be one of my characters. Also, I think I put Lens somewhere else.
Okay.
No, I didn't. But I'm...
Yeah, I was like, I don't see Lens. Maybe we thought about putting Lens down. That's one of those things that also might have been lost in translation.
Or maybe we hold them for Devil, but I feel like Jolene is a really good fit.
Yeah. I'll put her down. Part of the reason is for being hesitant was I am also going to have a suggestions one.
Okay. That's fun. Oh.
It's very fun.
So, whenever people see this next card in the deck, they're like, uh-oh.
I'm also thinking, things are going wrong.
Yeah.
This is the Tower. The Tower is
having a bad time?
Interesting because it tends to be associated with bad stuff because it's very, like, chaotic, awakening, like, sudden changes, but, like, sometimes you need your ass kicked, Sometimes you need something like the fucking enormous lightning bolt coming out of the sky and striking the tower to, like, get your shit together. So, yeah. It's, in Eidolon, it literally is just the card that's something terrible happens. And it's a tower being struck by lightning, like I said, with people falling out of it. Very,
It's very dramatic.
sudden. It's very dramatic. But, at the same time, it's like the opposite of, like, Mr. Indecisive Ace or something, you know? Like, sometimes quick decisions need to be made, and sometimes your whole life crumbles from that, and that's... yeah, tends to be, if you see the tower in your reading, you tend to be, gotta be wary, because a lot of upheaval and chaos. And if you feel safe, maybe you're not as safe as you thought. Self-destruction, it's also associated with, so that's fun. I don't... It's funny, I have, like, evil characters and, like, chaotic characters, but I don't know if I have any self-destructive fully characters. Like, I have characters
Izzy,
that have done...
I think Izzy does.
Yeah. All my characters? To a certain extent? No.
No, not all of them. A decent amount. I'll give you that.
Uh-huh.
Well, like, I guess... in some ways, like, I could say, like, Treble has done self-destructive things, but I wouldn't necessarily call them generally self-destructive, you know?
Yeah.
What character were you thinking, Izzy?
Xenu.
Wow. Surprise!
Who else? Who is a bigger disaster than her?
Damn. That's crazy. That's so interesting. Do you think she would be, like, falling from the tower? Like, if she was on the card?
I don't know.
Or if you haven't pictured it, that's fine, too. I was just thinking about, like...
Hey, you know the scene from the thing I wrote, where she actually does finally become the challenger?
Oh, and the sword goes through her fucking chest?
Yeah, she manages to summon the fucking sword, and like, as she is falling in midair, and she just gets impaled on it.
Oh my god. That's actually really good for the tower. Especially, I really like it with, like, you know, maybe even the Kraken is even maybe in the picture, and, like, you know, she's just falling with the sword in her chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that works for me. If it does for you, Quatre.
Oh, yeah, it does. I love it.
Who's surprised that the worst card goes to Xenu?
We knew this was gonna happen when we started this.
I love her so much.
I love her. It tortures her.
I love her so much, but she is an absolute fucking disaster.
You gotta put her in situations. That's what the guys are for.
Yeah, and she's effectively immortal, so
that's
all the situations.
So many situations you can put her in.
That's why I'm like, later Trouble might be a little bit more of a disaster, because they are now immortal. But, like, just personally, not affecting the world or anything. It was just something I was thinking about. I like that both our Fellowship characters were, like, ones we were considering, but...
Oh, yeah. And Treble was already on the list.
Yeah, I think they're appropriate for strength.
Yeah.
So, especially, like, early on.
No, like, I was always amused by how much of the development of Treble was similar to the development of Xenu.
Yeah, they both kind of became lanterns. Well, like, I guess Treble was, like, the opposite. Was a dark lantern instead. But they were actually happier about it than it sounds like Xenu was.
No, I mean, Xenu would never have her life be any different. Because she, or at least, you know, as what we are going to consider current time, She likes everything. She likes how she ended up.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just funny. Star is next. Star. For Eidolon, it's just like a new path reveals itself. Associated a lot with like hope and innovation, and it's like kind of you see this card and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe something's going right. But not always, you know. But yeah, it's associated with like hope, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality. Tends to be like this lady just dumping water into a small pool.
Mm-hmm.
And then a star is above her.
Naked,
yeah.
I was gonna say the one I'm looking at right now is a naked lady with like a watering can in each hand, watering like cattails.
Oh, that's fun. I usually see it like, oh, they're pouring into it, kind of like you would see associated with like Aquarius, you know, how it's like water.
I thought it was wheat at first, but then I realized these are already growing in water, so I don't know. Maybe these picture things are actually beers. I don't know.
They're actually what?
Beers. I'm making a joke. You can't see the image.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like, what?
You know what? It would explain the stars if it was beer.
I like in the star coming right after the tower is funny because it's like tends to be used as like some kind of reprise if you had them like next to each other after the destruction. You endured many challenges. You're, you know, the sky's the limit. Hope. Anything's possible. Your heart is full. Associated with like more favorable outcomes. It also like suggests like a generous spirit. So if like a character is very like generous or very like they want to share their wealth or help transform other people's lives, have a big open heart characters, that would be all appropriate for the star. Also, ideas.
I
Either of you do.
I have an idea, if nobody else does.
Yeah, the only one I was considering for the star was I have, no, I lost my train of thought. Go for it, Quatre.
I was just thinking of Tavi, my monster mouse. Because he's just himself. Davi's just vibing. He's also in the mouse guard, so he is sort of a cop. But also at the end of that campaign, Davi's just having a great time. He's out there training the next generation. He's the biggest mouse out there, which was always his goal. Physically, that is. I'm sure.
To be the biggest mouse physically.
In reputation, I'm sure we could make the argument that there are a lot of mice who did better. But Davi got what he wanted out of life. And he knows what he wants, and he's working for it, and he keeps going for it. I think I from the start, I got a very much take control of your destiny kind of vibe. And I see that in Tavi.
I was trying to think, because I know I haven't put one down in a bit, so I was trying to think if I had anyone good for the star, but, I might have someone better for the moon, so I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I know we're missing Celestial here. I don't have any religious characters except Excalibur, who keeps pretending to be other people's gods, so...
No, that would be
that would not fit.
No? If anything, that part of Excalibur is kind of devil-y to me, even though we put Excalibur for the Wheel of Fortune. Which
Excalibur has only done it for the cause, and it has definitely never risen to their head. they do not see themselves as a divine being unless.
And I feel like we don't, like, I don't have, like, traditionally religious characters, but, like, I have characters that are associated with gods, like Jojo, the half-orc that I was talking about, or, you know, characters that have a fondness for the dragons in Fellowship, which are kind of god,
I think
deity adjacent beings, I would say.
The closest
also
I got...
sort of the patriarchs.
Yeah.
The closest,
what were you saying?
The closest I got was when I made a paladin based on Enjolras from Les Miserables.
Oh, that's fun. That's funny.
That was a lot of fun. But I don't consider him an OC since he was so heavily based on the book.
Sure, he could be an OC. We've stolen more.
I should at least give him a different name if I want to keep him.
Fair enough.
Until I do that, he's not an OC. They can't all be winners.
So, what are we putting down here?
Tavi?
I guess Tavi?
Oh, for the star... Yeah.
Yeah. Not divine, but we'll fix that in post.
No, like
sure.
I said, it doesn't have to be a divine thing. It can be, like, hope.
The divine Tavi.
And faith can be, like, something not related to religion, you know?
No, yeah, I get it. I was just making a joke.
Oh, sorry. I was too focused on the, no, I like it.
No, it's a good idea.
Anyway. Yeah. The moon.
The moon.
The moon. You take the moon, and you take the moon. The moon tends to be associated with, like, it can be, like, illusion and, like, fear. Like, it can be kind of scary, but it can also be, like, intuition, which is, like, cool. But, you know, it could be, like, very, in Eidolon, it's the forecast is something unknown or unknowable interferes. It's associated a lot with, like, mysteries and kind of, in some ways, like, at least in Eidolon, it would be, like, almost like a negative to the High Priestess. But it's more, like, I think it's more paired with, the sun, since that's the card right after it. If you're, like, doing, like, pairs of, like, cards, because some of them go together, like Emperor, Empress, you know? Like, it's also associated more with, like, femininity a little bit, and whereas, like, the sun is more like masculinity. Again, very gendery, but, like, I feel like that. But yeah, it tends to be a lot of, like, projecting fears on your present and future. If you have, like, painful memories that cause stress, you, like, push them down. It kind of deals a lot with your subconscious. A lot of uncertainty. But, it can also be associated with divine power and intuition. It's just, you know, don't listen so much to your intuition that you don't listen to anything else, you know? Is kind of, I think, a lot of it. Did either of you have something for the moon? Because I was considering possibly putting, Frankie, my Eidolon 6 character.
Yeah.
Because, they're dealing with they're dealing with a lot of, like, change that is kind of breaking illusions for themselves, and it's like they're kind of, like, struggling with, you know, a lot of stuff from their childhood being, like, brought up and being like, oh, this was actually magic in my past, and also, like, just, like, more serious stuff too. Like their dad was trying to summon the devil through them, kind of.
Yeah, it
kind
happens.
of wild stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the devil is what they keep calling it. Which is why I said the devil like that earlier. But it's also just like I like the fact that the moon is like associated with like the changes of the phases of the moon, because their eidolon changes because they have the wildcard playbook, which means their playbook changes like usually either every session or every other session if we feel like they haven't been that one long enough. But so that felt like, oh yeah, changing phases and Eidolon's all like magical shit. Did either of you have something else?
No, I
don't.
didn't have anyone.
And yeah, I guess we could put Frankie on.
Let's go, Frankie.
Yay,
Also,
Frankie.
They're like a goth, so I feel like putting them would make them happy.
Uh-huh.
Let's
their
go,
resonant
Frankie's
card is
happiness.
Their resonant card is death, actually. I just felt like Dory fit death better if we're just putting them all like this. But it's just fun that, the goth kid has death as resonant card.
I will say,
and it was not intentional.
I know we only have 3 more cards, but I am extremely tired.
Oh.
Do we want to...
I'm sorry, I've been kind of yapping a lot.
No, I love your yapping. But I also have work in the morning. So it's like, do we want to rush these 3? Do I jump out? Or do we use this as an excuse to do an episode 3 with Emery?
I don't know if we need to do a full episode 3. This could also be like part of like a grab bag too, maybe, because we've done that in the past where like we've kind of finished part of episode and gone on to the next one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think, Izzy?
Either is fine.
Okay. I just don't want to have to rush unless we have like someone like you're like, this is character for Sun.
I would prefer not to rush it either, but then we should choose if you guys will continue the last 3 without me or if we finish them up next time.
I say let's finish them up next time.
Yeah.
Next time, not necessarily immediately after this.
Next time is next time. You'll know when it's there.
We'll mark it. It'll be like marked in the title somehow. Probably.
It'll be something nice to look forward to.
But yeah, we have the Sun, Judgment, and the World. That's the last 3. Which is fun. Yeah. So where can you find you, Quatre?
You can find me asleep in my bed. But if you do, please...
So true.
Please do not say anything that would scare the shit out of me. I'm on Tumblr, matchmcoughton.tumblr.com. I will never change that URL unless someone gets me oikawa.tumblr.com. I'm on Blue Sky at oikawa.pe. And those are really... My Instagrams exists, but I'm a lurker, not a poster, so don't bother. Yeah, that's me.
Izzy?
Hi, I'm Izzy, and you can find me at the Discord in the show notes. We typically do like group watches or something or art, whatever, on Mondays and Fridays. Fridays we are watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine currently. Just started season 4 as of this recording. And it's good. It's a good one. So yeah, there's that. I have a fur affinity that I might as well not, talk about because I think now it's been nearly a year since I put anything on there. And you will be able to hear me on another guest episode of SCP Research Archives.
Ooh.
And I will at some point apparently have a small role in disappearances of Lydia Fontaine. So that's neat.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Nice.
I will also get to be a funny crow.
Hell yeah.
But not the one I auditioned for.
Oh, okay.
But a different one. So I'm excited.
Many funny crows. Many
Yes.
funny crows in that podcast. You can find me at Haunting the Morg in most places, including Tumblr, where I'm probably most active, and also on Blue Sky, and I even still have a Twitter account with Haunting the Morg, but I haven't been on it in like a year and a half, really. You can also find me in that Discord, obviously, and on my old podcasts like Sonic Hustle and stuff. But you can find this podcast on noisepace.xyz.
Hell yeah.
Many good podcasts there. Many friends there.
Yeah, I will for this one time, especially shout out Local Service Only, because I recently started listening to it because one of those hosts fixed my computer for me.
Nice.
And also it's a good...
Yes, the hosts are, Helga helped, Quatre fix their computer with, like, Linux stuff, and, Joe's the other host, and, it's about The Prisoner, which I know zero things about, but I have often...
I know one episode of Local Service Only about it now, and they shouted out Digimon Ghost Case, which I thought was funny.
Yay!
Hell yeah!
I know that one.
I know that
one. You should also listen to Digimon Ghost Case, honestly.
Yeah.
It's on there, and it's got 2 of 3 of us, and Izzy's a guest at some point.
Yeah. And we cooked on that show. Honestly, the things we said, amazing.
Apparently.
Anyway.
Someone's going through it.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway. Good night. Goodbye. See you next time. Hear you next time. Something like that.
Bye.
We take the moon and we set it.
Ah, yes. I place my tarot card face down. And hope it's a good reading. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.